This video is on the upgraded 8980 center diff for the Traxxas Maxx. The obvious external differences are the alloy diff cup and the 8mm out drives, and I'm keen to see what's going on inside. So it's good Traxxas use thread lock on the main screws, and you'll hear that crack as I take the tension off. It's also important to take the tension off in a cross pattern so the tension is relieved evenly across the gear face. And now holding the cup as opposed to the gear to keep it together as the screws come out, fully remove those screws. And that's the permanent thread lock Traxxas use on a lot of screws. Now you can do this trick with diffs that are filled with 20 million or really thick oil, but don't try it with a thinner oil because it'll make a mess. So you can just hold the cup, push down, and then push the whole internals out. So here we can see that same E-Revo 2 diff cup, the load spreading inserts, and what also looks to be those same E-Revo 2 internal gears, which is great to see. So next we're just going to disassemble. So this really thick fluid is quite good in that it's a bit more like blue tack. So you can just grab a bit and pick the rest off by it adhering to itself. And here we're seeing that same internal structure as the E-Revo 2 ring gear. So just continue on removing all the really thick oil. Same for all the gears. And I've found that rolling along the gears as opposed to across just picks it up and lifts it out easier. Obviously being careful not to bend your shim. And we can see here these seals are pretty much fully dry, no lubrication on them at all. And here are all the internals laid out. It's the same diff cup as the E-Revo 2, same one piece 8mm outdrive shaft sun gears as the E-Revo 2, same cross pins with the load spreaders. The spider gears are the same throughout, and we can see the same internal structure on the ring gear to make it compatible with the E-Revo 2 outdrives. Here's the upgraded diff on the left and the original Max stock diff on the right. We can see the ring gears differ in the 7mm bore for stock, 8mm for the upgrade, and the different recess structure to account for the different internals. The sun gears and the outdrives on the upgraded diff are the same as the E-Revo 2, a one-piece design and 8mm output shaft versus the stock Max of a 7mm shaft through a pin to a separate sun gear. And as far as I can tell, the upgraded parts appear to be a machined and hardened construction versus the cast or stamped stock gears. The main difference in the cases, other than obviously plastic to metal, is that there are the load spreading inserts in the upgraded diff. The spider gears and cross pins appear to be the same parts. There is coloration on the upgraded spider gears, the same as the E-Revo 2, which looks like they may have gone through a further hardening process. I'm unsure about that, but I suspect that perhaps the stock gears haven't gone through the same hardening process as the upgraded spider gears. The outdrive seals and shims differ to account for the different internals. The seals appear to be the same, and the screws are the same apart from the thread lock for the metal case. And in comparing the upgraded Max center diff to the E-Revo 2 center diff, the comparison's pretty basic. They're pretty much the same diff, different ring gear, different screws to account for that, and otherwise identically the same diff. So in summing up, the 8980 upgraded Max center diff looks to be an extremely strong unit. The stock unit seems strong as it is, and this looks to be a step above that. And it also bodes well looking forward to what Traxxas might do for the front and rear diffs, whether they will offer a similar heavy-duty upgrade using those same E-Revo 2 internals. And I look forward to seeing what happens there in the future.